Yo, I got another crazy Uber story, Lyft, whatever you want to call it, man. Nicest guy, man. Real cool, but middle-aged white guy. Not that that matters, but he picks me up, and I could tell he was a talker. First thing when he pulled into the subdivision, he was talking about this car that seemed to be following him. He's like, "Do you know who that is?" I was like, "Nah." Then he saw him parking. He's like, "Oh, okay, he's parking." Because the other day, man, I was driving some guy around, taking him to where he was taking him. He said some dude was following him, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." And he went on and on about that. Then he was like, "I don't really live here in Atlanta. I'm just doing Uber while I'm here. But if you know a quicker way to get to where you're trying to go, feel free to let me know." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I tell him to get on the freeway, showed him how. He thanked me. We get on the freeway. This truck starts pulling in front of us, says "Do not pass," and I've never seen this type of thing. And I'm like trying to figure out, what's this about? Why is this truck getting in front of us like this when I'm in a hurry? But he gets in front of us, and then eventually the sign on the back of the truck says "All lanes closed." I'm like, all lanes closed in the middle of the freeway? We're all trying to get somewhere. We're trying to figure this out. But I noticed there was a car on the left side, I guess in the fast lane, so they had to pull it from the left to the right. So we waste about 8 minutes right there. Then we continue. The driver misses his off ramps a couple times, almost hits a car. I grab the back of the seat. I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, dude, whoa, whoa." And then he's like, oh, this car has an automatic device that stops the car. That's what that beeping was, but thanks. I'm like, what? And then the dude is like asking me like where to go. He's like, are you looking at my phone? I was like, no, not really. And he was like, "Oh, that's how I almost wrecked because I was looking at my phone." I'm like, wow. The other day I got a ride from an Uber driver, and it warned me that he was deaf. So I'm like, I couldn't really sleep then in the car because I'm thinking, what if a diesel's trying to get over and this dude don't hear it because he's deaf? But anyway, back to this dude. Some interesting experiences with these Ubers, man. But he when we were on the freeway going back to where that truck was driving like this and saying all lanes closed, the lights on the back of the truck were those bright LED lights. I'm like, "Man, you're like blinding us." And then the Uber driver says, "Yeah, I already have a hard time seeing at night." And I'm like, "Great, so now this dude don't know where he's going and he has vision problems." Uber has to start screening some of their drivers, man, because we want to get to our destination. We don't want any blind or deaf drivers, man. You can't drive off instinct. You need your vision. But like I said, nicest guy in the world. We had great conversation about how Disney's destroying Star Wars, and he was talking about some other type of movies I don't watch. But yeah, that was interesting. I made it to where I was supposed to go like 5 minutes early. But it's just weird when your Uber drivers are asking you where to go, and then he's getting lost 2 times with the GPS on. Oh, something else he said while we were stuck there on the freeway. He said, "Man, and you're getting charged for this because you got to pay by the minute." I said, "Pay by the minute?" I'm like, "Nah, I already paid, man. This not a taxi." So he didn't even know how the Uber worked. And I had a share ride. I said, "You're picking up someone else, right?" He was like, "No, I don't think so." So I didn't have to wait for that. I was like, "Cool. If you don't want to press the issue, I know I won't. You want to just go there, I'm fine." But it's a trip, and I get a lot of. I did a video a while back about Uber, and I get a lot of crazy comments from that. I guess from Uber drivers that get offended. People are easily offended these days. Not like I care. I'm gonna still talk about it, but a couple people said, "Why don't you just get a car? You can't afford a car." I hope you guys are aware that what I'm spending on Uber is far more expensive than a car. Far more expensive. And I have access to a vehicle or vehicles. It's just sometimes I want to take a Uber because there are Braves games going on sometimes where I'm at. and I don't feel like trying to find parking and stuff like that. So I use Uber or Lyft from time to time. But you guys need to stop being so sensitive, man. You can't say nothing to nobody nowadays. You pick a fighter to beat another fighter, somebody's offended. You talk about what you experienced in an Uber ride and people are offended. Man, can you say anything? Bunch of soft people out there nowadays, ain't you? Get your testosterone levels checked if you a dude. If you a lady, then hey, I don't know what to tell you, but y'all gotta stop being offended, and you Uber drivers gotta stop asking me questions on how to get to where you need to go, because I be trying to sleep and rest, and y'all be talking and talking a lot, man. Talking, talking, talking. He even said, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry if I'm talking and you're trying to do something." So it's like you're talking too much, so I shouldn't have to tell you, man. Anyway, that's all I got on that. You guys got any crazy Uber, Lyft, or taxi driver stories? Let me know in the comments. If you want to join and become a member, bronze, silver, or gold, hit the join button below. The Cash App, $JRoos33, backup platform and WJ. Instagram, the J Roos Theory, LSR forever, and be fearless. Yay. I had to be fearless in the back of that Uber.